Killing Edge is their Veil Hunter on 2 and you're dead. You know, that's so hard to come back from. 4 3-drops and no 2. Press F. This is probably pretty bad against Wraithlings. Although a 1-5 isn't the worst against Wraithlings in general, but I'd rather do something else as well. Minos is probably better than Scintilla in the early game because it's bigger. We can Alcal on 2. Well, I mean, nothing into Alcal high rolling into Minos, into Brightmoss, into Divine Bond is like not that bad. So I can replace this and hopefully we'll hit a 2-drop, but most range die to dispel or damage while bigger bodies survive. They do, but what they don't die to is minions very easily. And the vast majority of each player's deck is minions. Look at all these cards. None of them kill ranged units. All of these can kill minions that are... Oh, they'll do. Minions that are close to the front. I'm just running this out. I'm not going to hold it for Brightmoss Golem value, although that was good last time. Just because getting tempo on the board is good. This is reasonably good at killing Wraithlings, and especially if they have like Wraithling Swarm or something. I don't want to be empty boarded. And it lets me contest monotiles better. And now I've drawn a Sunbreaker, so I'm getting rewarded for my play. Mara Master's Blessing has caused us to get games insanely quickly compared to some of the other ones. Yeah, this has been good, hasn't it? Oh, that's annoying. I don't have an answer to that. Wow, that's a very good first turn. Holy moly. I mean, I guess I can Sunbreaker this next turn. Seems okay. I'm going to play Alcal here and then just pass. And I guess there's probably... Oh, I can't Sunbreaker next turn, can I? Because it costs too much. Need more mana tiles. But I want this anyway because it's good in the matchup. And I might need this if I can't reach a mana tile. So I think I just keep everything. Maybe I ship Divine Bond. Like, this is probably going to die, let's be honest. Like, it's going to be the first major threat I've played, so they'll Ritual Banishing it or whatever. But then if they only have Repulsor Beast or they don't have a kill spell, they, you know, if their removal is like Repulsor Beast, Ephemeral Shroud, it's just like, I can draw Magnetize. Yeah, let's hold it. Why not? Let's see how this goes. I guess I should play this first, just to get the extra information. Blast and Rush. It's not even good. No, it might be, because I get the 50-50 of Jaxi ending up at the back. Sad times. Oh well, I get a 1-for-1 killing this, and the Mini Jax doesn't actually contest the Alcohol by itself, so my opponent needs to buff it as well. That was lucky because I played this on the wrong tile. I meant to play it further back. Oops. Breaker Sprite is so cool. It really is, isn't it? That big staff and the like flowing hair is pretty sweet. That is literally a turn I would play in a Wanderer deck. What, my opponent's turn? Yeah. This is neat, isn't it? Although I think I fell off playing Jaxi and Wanderer, if I remember correctly. I'm not sure. I would have to check. It's arguably the most cleverly designed card in the game. So my favourite design in the game is Repulsor Beast. I don't play the card very often nowadays. But... Oh no, they had it. Ooh. Oh well, this is going to die next turn. So I got a 2-for-1 off my Alcal, which is very... Or 3-for-1 actually, because it's traded with the lure as well. Very, very good. Yeah, look at this. I played one thing. My opponent now has 2 cards in hand. That's disgusting. Basically shouldn't be allowed. So I guess this is going to go and kill the ranged unit. We can replace that, because I think Minos buff is a better 4-drop. Or I could step back and play Brightmoss Golem, which like does not care about Putrid Dreadflare in the slightest. This would be a 6-5, which is not massively likely to die, but I think Brightmoss Golem is probably better. I can play it next to my opponent as well, which is kind of nice, rather than here. So they have to body block, which is fine because body blocking a 4-9 is kind of punitive when they're already low on resources, because it's just going to eat all their stuff. One weird trick destroys Gauntlet. Click to find out. Yeah, I think that was the best alcohol I've ever seen. Like, I've rolled some pretty good ones, but taking the tile is correct either way to stop them ramping with the flyer. Yeah, I suppose that depends on whether, like, I think more recently I've become less concerned about denying mana tiles in draft. On ladder it's usually better, but oh boo, they had it. Yeah, there we go. That was my prediction about the Divine Bond. So I guess I should Minos here. Now is the time. Visualator's looking kind of slow now. This might still be good with Zir, or the Minos itself. Oh, that's good. Nice card. I think here feels a little better. There's a theory that people designing cards for Duelyst never actually talk to each other and were just kind of there doing their own thing. I'm pretty sure that's categorically not the case. They've talked about having meetings before. It's pronounced... I think it's punitive, yeah. Like punishment. I don't know for sure, though. I might be wrong. I've never thought about it. Punitive, punitive. Punitive sounds better. That sounds like it's probably correct. I have to look this up. I think the balance team did a fantastic job. I agree, actually. I think Duelyst is... I mean, obviously they've released broken cards, but they've patched them, it's fine. Going back to Repulsor Beast, I was talking about that being my favourite design. So, when I started playing, I looked... Repulsor Beast was the card that made me, like, get it. Where it being the game. This scorn is going to be amazing, by the way. Yeah, fine. Don't care about that. I mean, I guess I care a bit, because it... Oh, no, it doesn't even do that, because... Oh, this is so much damage. This is hitting them for 10. And I don't think it even dies, because it'll be... Going up to 7. No, it'll be... Yeah, it'll be 4 health, so it doesn't even die to this. That's so sick. I guess we don't need this anymore. Yeah, so Repulsor Beast reminds me very strongly of Mana War from Magic the Gathering, which is a 3-mana 2/2 that, when it enters the battlefield, returns a creature to your opponent's hand. So, similar to Sandswell Reader. But, so Repulsor Beast is like, at least as I read it, it was kind of a reference to that. But it was like Duelist's Mana War, right? So the card can't come back for a little bit longer, but they don't have to pay mana for it. And it uses the mechanic set of this new game instead of Magic, which is all about the stack and casting spells and interacting with spells on the stack. Especially in the colour that Mana War is in. Yeah, there we go. Oh no, they actually have... Oh no! I think people always give balance teams in games a hard time. Yeah, it's really easy to say, oh, you messed up because this was overpowered or whatever, but, like, I mean, they do a great job with limited information to start with. This Divine Bond is lethal. But they also don't get anywhere near as much testing time as the community does. And yet, still managing to produce, like, a functional, fun, balanced game in that is remarkable.